Good morning. I'm Deb Blower, an independent epicure consultant and leader. And today I'm going to be showing you our first selection in our brand new Epic Box subscription. This is a monthly subscription that comes with 7 meal solutions, 1 exclusive surprise, a sample, and a dessert. And every month will be something totally different. So today I'm going to be featuring our first one in this collection is our taco seasoning, but I'm going to be showing you a totally different way of using our tacos other than making tacos. We're going to be making speedy lasagna in our multi-purpose steamer. So I've already done a little bit of the prep work ahead of time just to speed things up a little bit. I'm going to move you down here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so in our steamer, and again, I'm going to stress that when you're putting your steamer in the microwave, always make sure your holes are away from the handles to avoid a steam burn. So I've already pre-cooked our hamburger, and what I did with this was put the hamburger in your multi-purpose steamer for 4 minutes in your microwave using our meat separator. Bring it out and chop it up into smaller pieces, and then put it back in the microwave for 2 to 4 minutes, depending on your microwave. The easiest way to get rid of any excess grease that's in your steamer after cooking your meat is just to take a can, take your steamer from corner to corner, and pinch it together, making a funnel, and just pour it out without trying to lose your meat. Boy, for lean hamburger, there's a lot of grease in that one, isn't there? Okay. Just set that aside. I've also taken our lasagna noodles. I was unable to find any of the pre-cooked noodles, so I just used these ones and cooked them myself. So we're using our multi-purpose pot. I've pre-cooked our noodles for 9 minutes, so they're firm but still pliable. Did you know that these multi-purpose pots are, and there's one of the amazing features of them is you can take this right off the burner, hold the handle without any oven mitts, and the handles do not get hot at all. The other feature of these is the fact that they've got holes on both sides, large and small, so it makes pouring out your boiling water a whole lot easier. Okay, so I'm going to be using our marinara sauce, which I usually make up ahead of time and have a big batch of it. So this is using 1 can of diced tomatoes, which we poured the grease into, 1 can of crushed tomatoes, our marinara sauce, which is 3 tablespoons of our marinara seasoning. I also like to add a little bit of extra stuff into ours. In our house, we absolutely love garlic, so I love to add in our minced garlic and our chili flakes. So we use 3 tablespoons of our marinara sauce. I'm using our 4-in-1 spice spoon, which is geared to fit into every single epicure jar. It's got your tablespoon, your teaspoon, flip it over and you've got a 1/2 teaspoon and a 1/4 teaspoon. Now I've put a grinder head on my minced garlic because there's times when I want it to be ground very fine. But in this case, I want it to have just the little chunks of garlic. So again, I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of garlic. And a nice shake of the chili flakes. That gives it a little bit added zip. And let's not forget our taco seasoning. Well, it would help if I cut it wide open instead of just part way, wouldn't it? There we go. We're going to give that a really good stir. I can smell the seasonings already. Boy, I wish you could smell this. Next, we're going to add our meat into it. Again, just mix it up really, really well. What I'm using here is our silicone spatula, corner spatula. What I like about these is they are made of the same food grade silicone as our steamers. They're pliable, yet they have a steel rod built right into the handles of them, so they're very, very sturdy. Okay. Now again, we're just going to be using our multi-purpose steamer again. And using our ladle, I'm going to ladle some of this into the bottom to give it a nice little layer. Next, we're going to take our noodles. And because these noodles are not going to, they're a little bit too large to fit across our steamer, I'm just going to cut them down to size. And it takes usually 3 along the bottom. In this case, it's going to take a bit more, so I'm going to use the extras that I cut off. And we've got the bottom completely filled. Now we're going to start adding our layers. Oh, you know what I forgot to add in? Oh my goodness. I can't believe I did that. Into our sauce, I'm going to be adding our peppers. I've already got these sliced because I like to slice them up when I first get them, bring them home from the store. And I'll just chop them up into smaller pieces. This is all part of my weekly meal prep. I can't believe I forgot to add them in. Well, I guess it just goes to show you we're all human, aren't we? Next, I'm going to add in our chopped onions. Now, I don't usually measure this. I just kind of put some in until it looks good. You can add in anything that you prefer in yours. That's one of the things I love about Epicure is it's so versatile. And my sliced mushrooms. Oh, I love mushrooms. That is a staple in our house. Again, we're going to give this another really good stir. And then we'll start adding our layers again. What kind of things do you like to put into your lasagna? Do you have any special favorites that you prefer to put in over others? Or any picky eaters? Okay, so next we'll put another layer in. Just so all of our noodles are covered. Another layer of noodles. Now, I don't know about you, but I like to layer my noodles opposite of each other, so everything is always overlapped properly. So I did one this way, so I'm going to do this layer this way. Again, we'll just use these little bits of extras just to fill in that end. Next, I've mixed up 1 full container of cottage cheese. I'm having a hard time with my words today. So I've mixed cottage cheese, and I just sprinkled in enough Parmesan cheese to make it a little bit firmer, and chopped up spinach. So I'm going to put a layer of that down. And we'll add another layer of noodles. That kind of got ripped. And another layer of our sauce. Makes for a nice, thick lasagna. Okay, I have a few noodles left over, and I just like to have a little bit of them on top. It just kind of holds it all together. Doesn't have to be completely covered. Oh, I forgot to get the cheese out. Give me 1 second. I'm just using a package of shredded cheese. I'm using a jalapeno cheddar cheese. Again, it gives a little bit more zip. Just cover it with some cheese. And I like to add just a touch more sauce on top of the noodles, just to give those top noodles some moisture. And there you have it, all ready for the microwave. Put our lid on. Again, make sure that the holes are away from the handles. Put it in the microwave for 15 minutes. Bring it out. I'll just tip you back up again. When you bring it back out of the microwave, just let it sit for 5 minutes. Just to let it kind of set together. Add a little bit more cheese. I should have said take it out of the microwave, put a little bit more shredded cheese on top, cover it, and let it sit for about 5 minutes to let it set and let the top cheese melt into it again. And you're done. Just make sure, because you're using the silicone steamer, you don't use anything like a really sharp knife. Always use a dull knife such as a kitchen knife, or you can use one of our silicone knives to cut your lasagna. If you use a sharp knife, you're obviously going to cut through the silicone. So I'll be back to show you the end result when it's finished. Thank you for joining us. Okay, our lasagna has had 15 minutes to cook. We've taken it out, added cheese on the top, and let it sit covered for another 5 minutes. And here is the end result. Beautiful, cheesy, speedy lasagna. Thank you for joining us.